Hello, everybody! Happy Friday! Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Aquarium Adventures Fishy Business. It's Friday night. It's 9 p.m. It's time to enjoy. Not only is it Friday night, it's Friday night when the Beer 52 Club has arrived. So I've got all kinds of weird and wonderful beers to try tonight. We're starting with one. They've given me a big one. They usually only give me little ones. We're starting with Hell's Export Bevog Brauhaus Spezial. Um, hmm. Yeah. What more can I say then? Yeah. It looks like this in a particularly nice looking glass, if I do say so myself. Right. Cam good sound. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Have I broke something again? I don't think I have. I've not been touching things. Anyway, welcome everyone. Who have we got? We've got Lisa here. Mandy was here as well, but I cut her off. Not on purpose. She's just gone off the screen, so I can't get back to that one. Brian's and Stuart's from a still sunny Wolverhampton. It's been a meh day here in Sheffield today. Apple Creek HG Ryan Upchurch fans. Good evening. That's a name and a half. You're going to have to explain that to me. What's Apple Creek HG? Who's Ryan Upchurch? And why are you fans of him? Are you more than one person? Apple Creek Housing Group. No. Holy Group. I don't know. Are you Ryan Upchurch and you're a fan of yours? I don't know. Who's Ryan Upchurch? Should probably look this up. The weather's turned nice again in Dublin. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Sunny and warm Bolton, says Lee. Wow. Bristol rarely without rain. Well, it's been a bit. I've had a bit of rain today. Although, as I look in my security camera, my wife has decided 9 o'clock on a Friday night is the time to hang out the washing. Something she knows that we don't know. Brian had to sit in the back of the bus on the way home tonight after shopping, man. I had a total Bessie Swallocks. Okay, too much information. Hi from Sweden, says Hans. Hi, Hans. JT's in as well. Nice to see Jack. Rebecca will hopefully be here for the full quiz. Well, I hope so too, Rebecca, because you've got a lead to defend, or you did have a lead to defend. Until last week, you had a lead to defend. You were in the lead. You were overtaken by Stevie P, Gurami Gourmet, and John. So tonight is the final week of the quiz. So you've got a couple of thousand points to make up. But it is possible. Oh, I meant to do something else. Right, we'll talk about this in a second and I'll try and figure it out in the background as we speak. So, as I say, this is the final May quiz. We've got prizes to give away eventually, but it's all riding on tonight. And we've introduced a fun new element. We tried it last week. It kind of worked. I just want to be a bit more clear about how it's going to work. So this is a members incentive. If you want to be a member to support this fantastic channel, God, that made me feel sick saying that. If you want to be a member, I truly appreciate it. That's great. It does cost money to do all this and all that kind of stuff. So it is much appreciated. But I always felt guilty that I wasn't giving enough back. So one of the things we're going to do for all members now is you get essentially a free question in the quiz. So you will be awarded 75 points at a point of your choosing. So if you have to claim it, I'm not going to give you them off the bat. You have to say, I want the points. And that is because you can use it tactically. Maybe you'll want it before the first bidding question. Maybe you want to use it after you've lost the big question. So that's up to you. So I think I've made a command. So if you type in !75, it should make a sound which will alert me that you have claimed your points, and I'll see who did it, and I'll give you your points. It was kind of worked last time, but I don't think everybody got the memo that that's what we were doing. So I will do it a couple of times to make sure everybody understands that's what we're doing. So if somebody wants to try that, just type in !75 and see if it makes a noise that alerts me. Then we'll do it during the quiz. You can claim them whenever you want. If you are a full member, like a hero member, I think the level's called, you can get an extra life in the Eliminator, as well as getting to get your extra question there. So that's what we'll do. We'll do a bit of a reminder later. What do points make? Prizes! There's the noise. What do points make? All right. Oh, God. Prizes! I should have put some kind of limit on that. Right, okay, stop now. So that should send me a message that says someone wants their member points, and then I can go back and find my own name, which is easier to find because it's highlighted, and see who made the request. Okay, got it? Fine. The other thing we have to address is I got hacked again. That was fun. Thank you everyone who brought it to my attention. It turns out I didn't actually get hacked again, so that's not quite as bad as it sounded. I think what happened was, essentially, there was another live stream went live, another crypto live stream selling you Bitcoin or whatever it was, but I managed to retain access to my channel so I could take it down straight away. So we got rid of that fairly quickly, checked all my accounts, checked everything, nothing had been accessed from anywhere else, nothing had been tampered with or anything. It just seems that a user had been granted permission as a channel manager. And I think what happened was when they did get hacked a few weeks ago, I think they sent themselves, one of the ways you can do this is you can send an email invite to make someone a manager of your channel. I think they sent themselves an email invite, waited a couple of weeks, and then added themselves in as the manager. Why YouTube didn't alert me to this kind of thing, I don't know, but fine. I got in, kicked them out. There seemed to be no way to revoke those memberships, so I don't know if it'll ever happen again. I just need to be extra vigilant. So thank you everyone for pointing it out. I think I've upset at least one person, if not a few more, because I get a little bit tetchy during this situation. So this was on Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. I'm not sure what day it was. And as you can imagine, everybody and their dog sends me a message to say, I think you've been hacked again, I think you've been hacked again, I think you've been hacked again. So, and that's fine. So like on Messenger or WhatsApp or whatever it is, there's no way that you could know that I already know that I've been hacked. So unless I put out a message saying, I know and I'm fixing it, but I was concentrating on fixing it, so I didn't do anything. But my Discord server was like 3 pages of, you've been hacked, talking about the hack. Is there anything anyone can do to do the hack? And then someone came along at the end and went, you've been hacked! They'll log out of all your devices. Oh my God, how have they've got your key again? I was like, fuck off. They haven't got any of that. Shut up. And I got a bit tetchy with somebody. So I apologise now to Nabo, who I know your heart was in the right place and you were only trying to help and you caught the thick end of my stress. So if you do see this or if you are watching, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'll leave it at that. It's just that you caught me at that particular point when you said things that just were bollocks and not true. Sorry, but that is the case. I don't mean it. Oh, God, I'm not apologising very well here. Sorry. So anyway, we got rid of it. I think it's fine. I've run every kind of virus scan, anti-malware, anti-everything. I have paid for software that will scrape things. Everything's fine. We're all good. I have active protection running on everything. I've set up scripts to look and see if anybody gets added as a managing member to my YouTube channel. So it should alert me straight away whether it works or not. It didn't seem to work very well in the testing. But anyway, that's all I can do. I can only apologise if you get annoyed by random live streams popping up. It's not really much more I can do about it. I hope it's over. We'll see. So, that out the way, we'll crack on and see what else we can do for this evening. So, we've talked about the hacking. We've talked about the quiz. Let's turn this round into something a little bit more fun. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was I've had lots of positive messages of support about the local fish store finder and suggestions of things we can do to improve slash build on. So I want this is I'm mentioning it now. Well, not necessarily going to talk about it now. I mention it now so as we can give you some thinking time. We can talk about it a bit later. So some of the requests I've had are make it worldwide, because it doesn't need to be UK specific. People from all over the world can come to my website. That is true. That is also a lot of work. So it took me a good few days to get to the point I got to with the UK version, and I had to pay. I had to pay to scrape Google for the information. It's not free. You can't get it for free. So it would cost me a fair bit to do the rest of the world. But if that was a valuable service for people, I think that would be good. I also feel that I don't think I can manage it. I'm not even sure I can manage it myself just with the UK one, because there's lots of, it's an ever-changing market. Shops shut, shops open, shops change, and they want to make updates and things like that. I can't be across that for the entire world, so maybe we'll need to take on admins and moderators and all that kind of stuff. So that was one of them. The other one was expand it to groups, fish clubs, societies. Again, there could be a UK version and a worldwide version. I think that's a great idea for the UK version. It's something I'm going to start looking into. I can't find a reliable source of information of all the groups, so that might be something we just have to build up over time. And the other one was events, so like an event tracker / calendar. Again, really good idea, but I think maybe other people do it better already. I don't know. Some of the complaints were a lot of this information is held on Facebook and random groups, and there's cliques and not all talk to each other, so it's hard to get like a full view. But there are things that do that better than potentially what I can do. I don't know. They're the things that were kind of posited as potentials for just things that we could do that would make the hobby a little bit easier, a little bit better. So what do you think about those things? We'll come back to that. While I say hello to a few more people, like Graham Holbrook. Hello, Graham. Nice to see you. Jack went to an amazing discus breeding facility today. Oh, you would love it. I would love it. I do like going to see discus breeding facilities. 22,000 discus there were. 22,000 discus. That's a lot of discus. That is a lot of discus. Are you sure? That's like stinker discus size. My discus pair are laying eggs as we speak, although it could be the poor male looking after them again. Poor downtrodden men again. Ryan Upchurch is a massive YouTuber. Oh, there you go. Who knew? Mandy's back. Are we having fun yet? Of course we are. Is that a boo-boo on your head or a birthmark, Graham? You keep talking every time I cut my hair. We mention this. Where is it? I don't see anything. It's very hard to look at the screen and move my head around at the same time. Is it this? Must be a birthmark. Apple Creek is me. Ryan Upchurch is an independent country rap artist. So is Apple Creek just a one person? Not creep, sorry, that's the wrong way. Apple Creek. Because it makes it sound like we're the Apple Creek Massive and we're Ryan Upchurch fans. No? I don't know. Welcome anyway. One day, that's the dream, isn't it? Somebody will make a name like Orange Riviera Aquarium Adventures fans. If I ever see that one day, I'll be like, yep, made it. That's it. I don't need no gold play button, silver play button. Somebody's named their YouTube channel after me. Stevie P's in the house. Stevie P, he's a good example of someone who would have done better with some more targeted use of his free points. So as I said, in the quiz, members of the channel get 75 points. added at any point throughout the quiz. If Stephen had added these points one question earlier, he would have won last week's quiz. Because they would have doubled in the gambling question. But we'll do a quick refresher. In fact, I'll put out the code for the quiz for anyone. We'll try and aim to kick off the quiz at past. Copy link address, get rid of that, move that over there. That's the link to the quiz. We'll try and aim for about past, and we'll do a bit of a refresher on the rules just before we get to it. Let me scroll through a little bit. Urban Exotics, I recently got my first aquarium in a year, a Dual Vision 260. Oh, I like the dual tanks. They're nice, them. Excellent. Well done. What are you going to do with it? Got delayed at the pub last week. My partner found some geeks to talk to. They didn't stop talking for hours. But you might want to give them a shout, because there may or may not be a Warhammer question in this week's quiz. Brian's tank's looking so bare. And it added rockwork to it. Well, all I've done is I've moved the 2 plants that he was just eating, moved them out while I moved out the Black Ghost knife at the same time. He is going to get, hopefully over the weekend, if I get a bit more time, he is going to get a bit of a rescape there. See what he's just done there? When he's had a bit of a hissy fit and kicked up all the sand. It's doing my head in. He's doing it a lot. When he eats, he kicks up the sand. When he goes, meh, he kicks up the sand. When he's unhappy, he kicks up the sand. When he's happy, he kicks up the sand. So I want to change it to gravel. Well, I just can't bring myself to be arsed. Bit of an upheaval. Just so as he can't kick it all up so much. I've resigned myself to he's not going to tolerate plants unless you can see the last remaining floating bit of Java fern, I think, in there. So it's just going to be gravel, rocks, wood, and that's it. So we might get there. If you want to become a member to support the hackers of the channel, go ahead. Oh my god, it's happened! Oh, Orange Riviera. Orange Riviera has Aquarium Adventures. Someone's named it. Oh, that was quick, right? I guess I retire now. We're all done. Whew. It's been a wild ride. Thank you for all your support, guys. See you in 10 years. So, that made me unexpectedly happy. Thank you. That was excellent. I loved that. Who was that? Sorry, I meant to support against the hackers. Yes. Very, very good. Very good. Right, sorry, I'm going to have to skip past over way back there. You can't see on your studio who had access, or you just didn't think to look. I did look. Because there was people in there when I got hacked. We cleared them out when I got the channel back, and I did periodic checks. I wasn't checking constantly. So I probably didn't check. I definitely checked on Friday night before starting the live stream. I think I might have checked again on Saturday or Sunday, but then didn't check in between then, and a new name appeared at some point. So, yeah. Hey, Angela, hello. Nice to see you. And Tommy's in as well, as is Steve Crocker. Nice to see you. I'm going to race down so we get a bit of time for the quiz. Anti-malware, I thought my views were down. Oh, that deserves. Also worth talking about this down here. We're in the last few days of May. Whether it's Aquarium Adventures, whether it's Etsy store, whether it's whatever it is, 10% off with, on my website's case, a code 10 off in May will get you 10% off anything. Plants, food, mugs, pictures. That's about it. T-shirts, whatever, 10% off. Right, sorry, let me... Yep, most auctions really only notify their own groups. I know, and there's been a few times I've noticed that people on. So I'm a member of groups that are Facebook groups that are miles away, so I'm never actually going to attend any other meetings or anything. But there's always like, oh, are you guys having an auction? And it's like the week after they held their annual auction. They're like, ugh. So it's obviously a problem because it's not advertised well. So maybe that's something that we can do. Did you ever use the original Fish Shop Finder website? I didn't. No. The only one I know of now is on Aquarius Classified, and it's just shit. I once got offered to go in on buying Aquarius Classified because it was going to be a moneymaker, and whoever it was that ended up buying it, all the development that they said they were going to do, it clearly hasn't happened because it still looks like it was made in 1987. Yep, 22,000 discus. I've made a tour video. Will be out next week. That should be a good one. I look forward to seeing that. Elite VSG. That's nowhere near as good as Orange Riviera Aquarium Adventures. It's like a freckle. That thing. That thing. That thing. Thinks it's a freckle. Yep, still there. Yeah, that. I think that's a thing. That thing. Oh, I almost got dizzy there. That thing there must be some kind of birthmark. I am one person that is a fan channel. I get you. Stephen says, none of it was my fault. I was driving. Fair enough. Oh, Urban Exotics is getting a weather loach and high grade Aranda, wanting to try and breed my own morph of Aranda. Interesting. Very good. Won't Brian be like a goldfish with gravel? Possible choke hazard? To be honest, I hadn't thought about that. Don't know. I mean, you are stupid, but how stupid are you? Although he's massive, I don't think he would choke on a bit of gravel. I don't know. Who knows? I was going to show you the size of pellet seeds that are the same size as the gravel, so maybe we just eat it. Right, where do we get to? Sorry. People were selling Aquarius Classified. Yeah, about. Got to be going back 5 years, 4 or 5 years now. It was up for sale, and the guy who I got my discus off wanted me, because he knew I was into IT and had done websites and stuff, wanted me to go in with him to buy it. But they made some outlandish claims about the revenue they were bringing in, and I was like, if you are bringing in that revenue with a clearly mouse on a hamster wheel operated website, why are you selling it? Because it's not taking a lot to run it. Aquarius Classified is like classic. It is. It's yeah. Aquarius. I have to show you this. This is Aquarius Classifieds. I kind of also expect to see like dancing fish, just do 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 do. But yeah, it's the most basic of websites I've ever seen. You can search by. I mean, it kind of works, but you really have to learn how to work it. Um, Search by county. Then you just pick a county. So if we go for South Yorkshire, where I am, that's literally what you get. So I think the only way they can make any money is by the people who paying for sponsorships. But I can't imagine they're paying a lot for sponsorships. And if they are, I need their contact details, and I can put them on the local fish store finder as sponsors. But yeah, it's a bit of a classic thing in the UK fish keeping scene. There they are, Orange Riviera Aquarium Adventures fans. Oh, nice to have you here. I might have to get a special T-shirt made up or something. Urban Exotics is off. We've upset them. See you later. I hope it was nothing we said. He's not stupid. He is stupid. He was clever. He would realise that by murdering all his friends, he has to now live in this small tank all on his own. Whereas if he just didn't do that, you wouldn't have to talk to me every day. You could go and talk to your fishy friends. It wasn't Aquarium classified as a DOS site. Yeah, it is a bit old. Yeah, I think people who design internets, people who keep fish, there's like a metal barrier in between them. They cannot. There's no crossover. I mean, even my website, I'm a bit like, ugh, embarrassed. Oh, I don't like it. I don't get why they have Bath and North Somerset, then later Somerset. Oh, yeah. If you look as well, I don't know if it still does this. Hang on, let me show you this. So there was a point where you used to click South Yorkshire, and it went to Yorkshire every second time. Is it? No, it's still the same one. Or was it the other way around? You click Yorkshire, it took you. There was no way to get used to one of them. You had to actually type in the address of the actual page. Yeah, because they've probably fixed it now. Right. One more reminder about the quiz, and there is the scanny thing for all Lisas out there. So, the rules of the quiz, and use them wisely. Oh, I had to do a thing, didn't I? Hang on. I need to get the members. Bear with me. I'll just talk amongst yourselves for a second because I can't multitask. All members get 75 points at a time of your own choosing. So think about that. You have to choose when you want it because it's going to take forever. Should have thought about this. If you take your 75 points in the first half and then you lose them all after the first gambling question, or do you build up a lead by taking it early? Total members. See more. Oh, for God's sake. I want a list of the members. There's a way to do this. See your members. There you are. Download. Export to CSV. Open CSV. Open CSV. Tell me I'll be going mad right now. We're doing live spreadsheeting. There we go. There are all the members. So if you're on that list, let's clean it up a little bit. Hero adventurers and adventurers all get 75 free points. So if you're on that list, and I will check the list when you ask for your points. So if you're not a member, don't ask for free points. And then when we come to do the Eliminator later on, the heroes amongst us also get a free life in the Eliminator. The way to claim your free points, this getting excessively complicated now. The way to claim your free points is type !75 and it'll what the points make. Prizes! It'll say that. Then I'll get a message that says someone wants the points. I'll be able to look back and see who typed !75, check them against the member list, like JT Keeping Fish, who's not a member. That is correct, he is not a member. So you would not get any free points. Make sense? Everyone happy with that? I'm sure it's clear as anything. Build up the lead. Right, are we ready? We're ready to do the countdown. Yes, that's it. Thanks, Jack. Put !75 in the chat if you want your free points, even if you're not a member. No, don't, because that's just extra admin for me. And I'll ban Jack. Everyone in that really wants to play? Then let's begin. Good luck, everybody. A quick reminder of the current standings. So it's anyone's game, really, because 2,000-3,000 points is easy, and 0 points is also easy. So, you know. What do points make? Prizes! Oh, Adam wants his points already. Okay, I'll add them before we go on to the next question. Just confirming you are Grammy Gourmet, correct? Which iconic brand of sunglasses was created in 1929 to reduce glare experienced by aviation pilots? Was it Ray-Bans, Foster Grant, Carreras, or Oakley's? What do we all think? Ooh, almost everyone's gone for Ray-Bans. We've only got 18 people playing. 19 people. 20 people. It's going up. It's going down. I don't know. We've all gone for Ray-Bans being the brand. It was, of course, Ray-Bans. Well done, everybody. Except someone. Who's the someone who didn't get the points? Holland. Oh dear. Right, so Adam wanted his points there, and he is Grammy Gourmet. He had 85 points plus 75 points, makes that 160 points. There you go. You now have 160, and you're in first place. Well done, as we move on to question number 2. What refreshing frozen summer cocktail is traditionally made with white rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice? Is it a margarita, a daiquiri, a Bahama Mama, or a pina colada? If you like pina coladas, you'll get the answer right. Singing already. One person thought it was daiquiri. 18 have gone for pina coladas. It was, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. It was indeed pina coladas. There you go. Did a different person get it wrong this time? Oh, John missed out on that one. Not a drinker. Question number 3. Cabo da Roca is the westernmost point of which continent? Is it South America, Europe, Africa, or Asia? Everyone loves a bit of geography, don't they? Cabo da Roca, or Da Roca, is the westernmost point of which continent? Some of these questions are lifted from a pub quiz I went to last night and won. Don't you know? Won £20 and 8 pints. Oh, heavy on the South America in this one. One for Europe, one for Africa, one for Asia. The answer is Europe. One person got that one. Was it Gourami Gourmet? I think it might have been. Extending that lead. Question number 4. I knew it was Spain. It's not in Spain. It's in Portugal, I think. Question number 4. What computer game has had versions set in Liberty City, Chinatown, and San Andreas? Is it Resident Evil, Grand Theft Auto, Mario Kart, or Doom? Most going for Grand Theft Auto? Are these too easy? Have I made the quiz too easy for the first time ever? Because that is indeed correct. It's Grand Theft Auto. Gourami Gourmet, Jack Tank, and Katie into the top 3. Oh, Denny out for some reason. Equal points, but not made it into the top 3. But still third. I'm assuming this is related to Grand Theft Auto. Just testing the old filter there. Well done. What do points make? Prizes! Oh, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? It's Mandy, the Zen Ginger, right? Okay, wants an extra 75 points. Let's find Zenny McGinger on 246 plus 75. I've had 2 beers, so I best use a calculator for this. 321. Zenny McGinger. 321. 321. 321. Bit of Ted Rogers for you there. Ted Rogers? Is that the right name? Who's the dusty bin guy? The Americans are now going, what? Graham's on drugs. There you go. Zenny McGinger is now into 2nd place. Question number 5. What was musician Prince sitting on the cover of his iconic Purple Rain album? Was it Aquarium, a jet fighter, a motorbike, or a piano? Oh, Jack's off to bed. Got to get up at 6. Oh dear. Working at 6. Not fun. Good luck. Get your beauty sleep. What do we think? Nobody's gone for Aquarium. Didn't fall for my trap. 3 for jet fighter, 12 for motorbike, and 4 for piano. It was, of course, motorbike. I should have had a picture of the... There you go. Sitting on a motorbike. Motorbiking. Nothing's changed at the top. Top 3 are still the top 3. John, our current leader, in last place. Question number 6. I belong to the Looney Tunes franchise and have an adversary named Tweety. What feline character am I? Am I Tom, Snagglepuss, Felix, or Sylvester? It's easy for me to say. I thought, putty cat. Everybody going for Sylvester. Because obviously it was Sylvester. So that was about how quickly you could answer that one. Good fast answers out there. Anything above 80 is pretty good. Question number 7. Suffering Shaktash. What is the only number when spelled all the letters appear alphabetically? Right, you're going to have to type it in. I will take the numeric number or the spelled out word of the number. What number, when spelled out, all the letters appear alphabetically? Giving you a little bit extra time here to think it out, so I can see some of you sitting there going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the only number, when spelled out, the letters appear alphabetically? Only one person has typed in the correct answer so far. Right, we have quite the spread. Lisa guessed her best. So 6 people went with 4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. I'm not going to do that for everyone. The answer is 40. F-O-R-T-Y. One person got that one correct. Well done, that one person. Don't know who that one person is. Can I see the rankings? It was Error 404 got that one right. Well done. Question number 8. Which of these is not an army within the popular game Warhammer 40,000? Zenith Guard, Forces of Chaos, Space Marines, or Armies of the Imperium? That question was the only word to have all the vowels in order. No, it wasn't. So, what have we gone with? Which of these is not an army within the popular Warhammer 40,000? Am I getting jip in the comments? Pretty sure none of these are an army. They are just groupings. Well, I did extensive research. There are 4 armies under which there are many factions. And the 4 armies, well, what did you think? See, I'd have gone with that as well. Space Marines, that just sounds made up. I'm in the wrong place. Actually, I'll move myself over here somewhere. Space Marines just does sound a little bit made up. But no, that is actually one of the armies. The correct answer was Zenith Guard. There is no such army. Go on Warhammer 40,000. Your armies are Space Marines, Armies of the Imperium, Forces of Chaos, and the Xenos Threat, not the Xenoth Guard. And then within, under the army, you can have all these factions that do different things. I didn't know either. I'm not going to pretend I did. So what's that done? Rebecca got it right. Well done. Has moved into the top 3. So it was Rebecca mentioning this a couple of weeks ago, saying that was the only way other people would get interested in the quiz. And then I happened to see a Henry Cavill, Superman, getting interviewed, and his what do you like to do in your off time? That's his thing. His jam is playing Warhammer. So if it's good enough for Henry Cavill, it's good enough for the Aquarium Adventures quiz. So there we go. Now you know. Question number 9. What are the holes found in Swiss cheese such as Emmental called? Are they rounds, eyes, globes, or tunnels? Henry Cavill might be in the new war. I think he is going to be, yeah. He says he's been into it since he was 10. What do we think, people? Oh, a bit of a spread. The answer is their eyes. Fun fact for you. The holes in Swiss cheese are known as eyes. Cheesemakers refer to wheels that do not develop eyes during the aging process as a blind cheese. There you go. The top 3, 2 ladies chasing down Adam. We've got Grammy Gourmet, followed by Laurie Carey Day and Zany McGinger. And John N. still last place, way down at the bottom. Stevie P just sneaking into the top 10. Unlucky for some, Texas Tom and 13. Owner Lee in 4th, not far behind at all. Right, here you go. First gambling question of the evening. So I'll give it a second to see if anybody wants to activate their points. A reminder of the members list. All you lot. Don't know if any of you are actually here to play though. And question number 10. Think back to 69. What could that mean? Who had a top 10 hit with Summer of 69, which was released in the summer of 1985? Was it George Michael, Bryan Adams, Bon Jovi, or Don Henley? Back in the summer of 69, I bought my first music thing. Urban in my actual lyrics. Oh no! We're losing a Rebecca. Browser has crashed. Well, what did we think? Well, most of you thought it was Bryan Adams. Only 3 of you gone for Bon Jovi. I thought it'd been more popular. Oh, of course it was Bryan Adams. He bought his first dual 6 string. He got his first dual 6 string. He bought it at the 5 and dime. Whatever that is. Zany McGinger with more than 13 points after question 10. Look at that. SGH has made it up to question 3. Laurie Carey Day lost them all. Is that because of a crash or just because of a wrong guess? Ouch. Got some making up to do. Canadian. He is Canadian, yes. Good old Bryan Adams. Gambling ones are too easy. Well, just wait till question 20. That might be easy too. I don't know. Played it till my fingers bled. It was the summer of 69. We're just now doing all the lyrics to summer of 69. Right, to question 11, moving swiftly on. I star opposite Gene Kelly in 1952's Singing in the Rain, and my daughter is known for playing Princess Leia. Who am I? Am I Debbie Reynolds, Sandra Dee, Doris Day, or Julie Andrews? Short way to ask this question is, who is Princess Leia's mum? I thought more people would have got that one. The answer is Debbie Reynolds. Took too long to process. I only got 6 points. I had to process the question. Yeah. So 74 points is pretty good for Galloping Gourmet. Galloping Gourmet? That's Graham Kerr. Gourami Gourmet. Mal got it. Stevie P got it. Aquarium Adventures fan got it. Well done. Mona Lee, yep. John got that one. Colin got it. Fishy Friday. Well done. Question number 12. What is the name of this famous finishing move from the climax of 1984, The Karate Kid? Is it the flamingo kick, the heron kick, the ostrich kick, or the crane kick? Apparently they're bringing out a new Karate Kid. Everybody's gone for crane kick. That's what they called it. Well done. Question number 13. What country originated the mild cow's milk cheese Jarlsberg? Where does Jarlsberg come from? A couple of cheese questions. Never hurt anyone. Is it Ireland, Germany, France, or Norway? Where does Jarlsberg come from? Norway being a very popular answer. Norway is correct. Well done, everybody. Is Tommy still banging on about karate? Yep. So, one of the three original forms of karate before Japan got it. Well, there you go. Yeah, with Ralph and so Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan are in the new Karate Kid, which is like the old and the new fused together. Because didn't Jackie Chan was in a Karate Kid, wasn't he? He was in the Will Smith one, not Will Smith, the Will Smith's son one. Question number 14. What are the best, most prestigious universities in the UK known as? Are they the Palmer Institutes, the Ivy League, the Russell Group, or the Oxbridge Society? What are the best and most prestigious universities in the UK known as? The Palmer Institutes, the Ivy League, the Russell Group, or the Oxbridge Society? Ooh, Nobody went for Palmer Institutes. Nobody's lost points because that is incorrect. 4 people went for the Ivy League. That is the American equivalent. 3 went for Russell Group and 11 went for Oxbridge Society. The answer is the Russell Group. Aquarium Adventures fan is that up into third with the answer to that one. Only 3 people got that one right. Colin and John, the other 2. Well done. Question number 15. 15. There we go. Which of these is a blobfish found at the lower depths of the ocean, including the seafloor? Is it A, blobfish, B, blobfish, C, blobfish, D, blobfish? So 2 people went for, I don't know what the hell that is. I think it's like a doctored piranha picture. B is a flowerhead. C is a sunfish. And D is the right answer. That is a blobfish. It looks a lot less mental when you see it at its actual depths. Yeah, I only know what a blobfish looks like out of water. Yeah, they look like blobs. That's why they're called blobfish, but they're not half as bad when they're actually down there. Blobfish aren't nearly as ugly when they aren't dragged out of their pressured depths. Yes. That's a wolffish. No, it's a blobfish. Most people getting that one right. It's an AI monster mashup. I think it might be. Question number 16. What vowel would not be used if you were to name all 7 dwarfs? O, E, U, I. What vowel would not be used if you were to name all 7 dwarfs? Happy Sleepy Grumpy. Bashful. Doc. I can't remember all of them now. So 1 person went for O. Doc. An O in it. 1 person went for E. Sleepy. 6 people went for U. Grumpy. So therefore, the answer must be I. Not me sitting here chanting Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, Doc. Yeah, that's what I was doing in the pub last night to figure that one out. I almost forgot Doc. That's where I almost went wrong. So Aquarium Adventures fan missed out on that one. Laurie Carey Day's given up in a huff. Error 404, Stevie P just outside the top 3. Question number 17. A man in Norway woke to find a cargo ship in his garden. What was the reason for the crash? This isn't a riddle. This is news that happened this week. This is one of my current events questions. Did the pilot fall asleep? Was there a power failure? Did the GPS direct the ship there? Or was it a drunken bet? What befell the circumstances for a big, massive ship to land in someone's front garden this week? Pilot fell asleep, power failure, GPS, or a drunken bet? Oh, nobody went for power failure, but it's fairly even for the others. The actual answer is a pilot fell asleep. Didn't even try to hide it or anything. Like, apparently the police turned up and they're like, what happened? And he was like, fell asleep. Sorry. I mean, he might have been drunk as well, but he just fell asleep. Stevie P gets that one and moves up into number 3. Captain. No, well, the captain and the pilot are apparently are two different things on boats. I don't know about boats, but that's apparently that's a thing. Angela in the top 10 just. Mona Lee's moved up to 6. I can't even see you, Brian. Where are you? Where are you, Brian? Are you Aquarium Adventures fan? Or are you Fishy Friday? I don't know. Question number 18. What does this Australian road sign mean? Is it end of tight turns area, end of snake warning area, end of no stopping area, end of school area? UK rigged. We've just had a Norwegian question and now an Australian question. Dumb Americans. Sorry, that made me laugh more than it should have done. Oh, yes, he's just going, oh, wait, that's Australia, sorry. That made me laugh too much. Sorry, I didn't mean that. What does it mean, do we think? One person went end of tight turns, 2 for end of snake warnings. Bite me, Graham. 10 went for end of no stopping, and 5 for end of school area. It was, in fact, end of no stopping area. There you go. Now you know. If you ever go to Australia, you see that sign, you're allowed to start stopping. Zany got it right. Steve P got it right. Gourami Gourmet got it wrong. There's a couple of 100 points in it. A couple of 100 points separating first and second. Another couple separating second and third. 2 questions to go. This could be anybody's. Is any part of Australia a no snake area? I don't think so. Penultimate question time. Here we go. Oh. I've just seen a thing. What do points make? Prizes! Stevie P's asked for his points. Let me just find them and get them in there. Pardon me. Player Stephen P is in 1181 plus 75. Oh, God. I should know this. Plus 75. What do points make? 1256. Stevie P 1256. Somebody else has asked for points. Okay. Lisa, are you a member, Lisa? I mean, this is now or never really for anyone. Lisa, of course Lisa's a member. What am I thinking? Mona Lee, you can have 1074. 1074 plus 75. 1149. There you go. Added those points. Lisa moves up to 6th. Stevie P is in 3rd. So if you remember, If you're a member, remember, now would be the time. If your name is on this list and you're playing the quiz, now would be the time to say, oh yeah, I'll have 75 points, please. I think we've got everybody that is a member, though. An ultimate question. Question number 19. What do the letters ISA stand for relating to UK financial accounts? This one's UK biased. Okay. So, ISA. What does ISA stand for? Is it Independent Savings Account, I Wish I Had a Savings Account, Individual Savings Account, or Investments Savings Account? Did I not give you the points? Lisa. Lee. Lisa? I gave them to Lee like an idiot. Oh! Sorry. I will rectify. I will rectify. Why can't I see Lisa's name here? I'm going to have to take 75 points off of Lee. I can't see your name, Lisa. What is your name? Or what position are you in? Tell me that. I must be going blind. I'm going blind. Anyway, let's answer this question first. We've still got time. We have a bit of a spread. Nobody's gone for I Wish I Had a Savings Account. The correct answer is Individual Savings Account. Oh, you are Mona Lee. But I gave it to Aquatic. Did I? There isn't anyone called Aquatic. Or Aquarium Adventures. Oh, right, okay. I'm going to review this footage later. Hang on. 1242. So you should now go up to 1242. You did go up to 1242. I gave it to Aquarium Adventures. Okay, well, they're not going to win anything, so don't worry about that. He's an IT expert that gets hacked, Lisa. You expect him to get your name right. Lisa can have mine, says Angela. Oh, well, yes, you can donate points as well. So Angela is on the list of adventurers. I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, of course you are. There you are. So you can have an extra 75 points, courtesy of Sheila. So that's 1242 plus 75, 1317. That puts you in the top 3. Right, I think that's all the members have now attributed their points somewhere. As we go into the final question of the evening, the last gambling question. Good luck. Here is your cryptic clue. I have a proposal for you. Whatever could that mean? What is the traditional gift given to celebrate 10 years of marriage? Is it tin, copper, cotton, or hemp? Tin, copper, cotton, or hemp? Marriage. What do we think? 12 for 10. 3 coppers, 3 cottons, no hemps. The answer is 10. I knew it was tin. I said it was tin in the pub quiz. Everyone else thought it was cotton. They put down cotton. Not that I'm bitter about it, still moaning about it a day later. But it was indeed tin, yes. So, let's see, how's that done? Your winners tonight, in third place, Stevie P, 2003, 2,614 points. Senny McGinger's in second place, and your winner tonight, who else but Gourami Gourmet with 3,348 points. Well done. Well done indeed. Well done, Mandy, for not ending on 13 points. John down there with 0 points. That's going to make a big difference. The old John was at the top. I think we know who's going to be the winner now, but we'll go through the live spreadsheeting anyway, just because everyone loves it so much. I'll go to the rankings. I export the rankings. Rankings are exported. I open that file. Delete that. Oh, copy that and that. Do that. Put that there. Press that there. And your May winners are not updated. Why does that say NA? A2 to A66. Idiot features, put them in the wrong cells. Oh, for God's sake. Right, let's try that again. It's fun, this spreadsheeting business, isn't it? There we go. There are your final standings. Gourami Gourmet, 11,766 points. Stevie P, narrowly missing out, 10,311. Zenny in third place. John in fourth at the end. Error 404. Laurie Carry Day, SGH. Texas Tom, Boots and Cats. And Mona Lee made it into the top 10 for the end of the month. I knew it was 10 as marriage rusts after 10 years. I think all the 10s are metal for the first few. What, like 10, 20, 30? I suppose. I don't know. My fish tank aquatics. Hello, fish nerds. Hello yourself. Nice to see you. Congrats to the winner, says Mary. Indeed. I would gladly give my ex-wife shaved tin in every meal for 10 years. Okay, that ended well then, did it? Didn't even make the top 10 this month. No. What's wrong with you, Brian? I didn't even see your name anywhere. What were you called? I don't see the name Brian. Aquarium Adventures fan. Apple. That might be why you're not in the top 10, because obviously... Ah, there's the thing I was looking for. Perhaps clever of me to put it in the same spreadsheet that we were actually using. So I need to upgrade somebody because Mandy bought an upgrade. So if you were a Aquarium Adventures fan, you got 2298, but in previous weeks you would have been Brian H. Nah, he still wouldn't have made the top 10, I don't think. Sorry. Well done to everyone that made it to the top 10. At least I'm still top 3. I don't have to go in the corner with a dunce hat. Yeah, changing your name every week doesn't help your scores. That is true. I'm definitely not going to keep up with that. Our water department is outside cutting water circulation in sewer pipes. Just finished all sewers last week, 3 a.m. Ugh. Yeah, we've been locked in for a week because not the water department, is roads. They've been digging up the roads. My road goes down one road, goes onto a crescent, which goes on 2 roads to the main road, and they've decided to dig up both ends at the same time. You're like, just do one at a time, you morons. And I can get in and out. So, we will have the Eliminator coming up in about 10 minutes, and I want to use this time now to talk about potentially the local fish store finder and expanding that onto other things and what you think about that or anything else. But I'm now going to go and get a refreshing beverage. So this is one from my Beer 52 delivery called, I don't know what it's called. Bar. Dry hop lager from Over? Bar. I don't know. A crisp, tropical, fresh, dry hopped lager. Sounds nice. Also, again, no dickhead comment of the week. There was one contender. I don't think it counts as a dickhead comment of the week. I think it was just a returning favourite that every time I do a video of Mega Tank. So I'll explain this for any of you who don't watch the videos. My last video was an update on Mega Tank where I'd taken all my plastic plants and explained my process of how I was going to transition from the plastic plants to real plants and added extra bits of wood and things to give extra structures and just make it a bit more interesting in there. And every time I post a video about Mega Tank, the same person gives me exactly the same comment actually. And let me see if I can find it. Where have they moved it to now? Community, that's where it is. In fact, I've got 2. None of them are really dickhead comments of the week, but let's just do it anyway. They've crawled out from the rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the dickhead comment of the week. Forgot to press the button there. So this isn't really a DC OTW. Move it over here. But we've got this guy, Jerry Jolly, who posts on every video that I've got of Temu. No matter what it's about, I get a comment from this guy, which is lovely, but it's always link for sponge, link for filter, link for plastic, link for scraper, link for net. It's like English is his 4th language, or he's just really aggressive. I don't know quite about that. But this one interested me. So I get this a lot. Hello, dear Graham. When they ever put dear Graham, that's always quite nice. Hello, dear Graham. Well, your video quality is very amazing. Very amazing. Not just amazing. Very amazing. But do you know why your video is not getting expected views? This got like 2,500 views in the first 12 hours, which is like top 5 of my last 10 videos. So I was like, well, no, it is. What are you on about, mentalist? The algorithm YouTube has bought several new updates, so your channel needs some updates to increase views. Can I share some tips? So it's very regular spam that someone will try and sell you SEO or sell you some video editing or sell you some kind of thing. I can get you to skyrocket your Instagram. I can do that. So they always happen. But he's actually gone to the effort of finding out my name. Hello, dear Graham. It's usually hello Aquarium Adventures or hello creator or something generic. But the fact that he's put my name in there, I was like, oh, he's taking a little bit of extra effort to go. And still not going to pay any attention whatsoever, but it's just nice that they stuck my name in there. But yeah, whenever they put deer, as Steve is saying, as soon as I see deer, I know it's a spam. Yeah. And then where's the one? Oh, his name's changed. So it's this one. And he's edited this. Every mega tank video, I get a copy. Maybe I'm just wrong, but it's the same comment every time. I don't understand people who keep large fish. The point of keeping large fish tanks, it's exactly the same every single time, to the point where you would think it was spam. But he changes it up a little bit. So he's clearly interested in the videos in that he goes and watches them all just to be upset about it. You're thinking after a certain point, you're like, do you like my other videos, but you just don't like the ones about big fish? So you're like upset with me that you invested some time watching the things you do like, and then I make a video about a big fish and you go, no, don't like that. Urgh. Don't understand the point in keeping large fish. Any tank will be small for them. You can't aquascape your tank properly with large fish. It even looks cruel keeping such large fish in a tank like 5 to 10 times their length. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. So it's not really a dickhead comment. It's just they're expressing displeasure. Yeah. Maybe I mean, what is the ratio where you would be happy? If I did like... Because really, these fish, they're going to live in rivers, lakes, things like that. So are we just not allowed them at all? I think that would be sad too. So I'm on board with it, but you don't want to give them... I don't know what I think. I could go and build a 25-foot tank, but I think that comment would still apply. It's not as big as what they would normally be living in. But then again, I know some fish will live in massive water systems, massive rivers, lakes, whatever it will be, and they'll occupy an area under a tree for their entire life and never move. So at that point, it's just a water quality issue. You're benefiting from the volume of water, making it fresh all the time. So if you're all right with that, you're all right with that. I don't know that. I mean, a peacock bass, that probably is not a good example to use for this, but some fish aren't like massively migratory, and by keeping them in a fish tank, you're overly stunting their growth or anything. But I don't know. It's one of those ones that conflicts me a little bit because I'm like, well, maybe I am, maybe I aren't. Well, I kind of always wanted to do it though, but is that a good enough reason? So that's why we've called it. They've crawled out from the rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the dickhead comment of the week. Indeed. If I had a fish tank for every "your tank is too small" comment I've seen since keeping fish, I know. I mean, it is the go-to thing that people will say, and I've probably said it myself. There are certain things where I've always thought, yeah, that is too small. Like I remember one of the discussions I had with your friend and mine, the king of DIY. Uh, he was like, when we were beefing or when we were arguing about something, he phoned me up and said, "Well, what is it you have a problem with?" And my two main problems at the time were that he seemed to get through fish a lot, that he was chopping and changing constantly. I think the examples that I used at the time where he'd bought like 100 goldfish and then like 3 weeks later they just disappeared. And he said, "Well, yeah, I've moved them on. I've done this, that, and the other." And I was like, right, okay, I kind of get that. But when he bought some red-tailed catfish, when the biggest tank he had um, was that big tank, which was, he used to say, "Oh, it's 10 feet tall," but it's not 10 feet wide at all. It's 10 feet wide, but your walls are 2 foot thick. So, you know, and that was an argument I had with him saying, "Well, you can't keep those fish until they're fully grown." He's like, "I know, I'll just move them on somewhere." It's like, so if you've got 1 million subscribers who are all thinking, it's just cool, I'll just move them on somewhere. That's 1 million people potentially going out and buying those fish. There's not 1 million people taking them after you've moved them on. So there is a responsibility on us YouTubers not to do things like that and not to perpetuate that problem. It's fine for random guy who's really into these things and thinks they're cool and wants to look at them and study them and just experience them, knowing that he can then move it on at some point. But little Billy who goes to the shop with her mum and the fish shop that's forced to bring it in because everyone keeps asking for it, I don't want to be that guy. I don't think I'm big enough to that to be a problem for me right now. Nobody's going, "Well, Aquarium Adventures has got a peacock bass, so I want a peacock bass." Um, so maybe it's something I'll have to think about in the future if I do keep growing. So I don't know. It kind of rattles around in the back of my head. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I got the best comment of the week. A discussion on how women talk too much. I'm not touching that one with a barge pole. That's especially ironic given that freshwater ichthyology, for those of you who don't know, has a YouTube channel. You all probably know this. She knows her stuff, and if anyone's going to talk too much, it should be her, and people like her. You should do a video of Mega One to "The Only Way Is Up" due to who sung it. What? The only way is up, baby. You and me. Who sang that? I can't remember who sang that. I thought it was Yaz. I don't get it. Isn't deer formal for someone you don't know? Yeah, I think that's where they're getting confused because they're using Yaz in the plastic population. I get you. I get you now. But deer is a replacement for hello, so using "hello dear" it just makes you sound like a little old lady. "Oh, hello dear. Would you come in for a cup of tea? Oh, hello." I had an editor reach out to help me with my faceless channel. Either he's not watching or he's suggesting I should be faceless. I do love those ones. Have you thought about being a faceless channel? I'm like, well, I didn't till now. Oh, what do you mean by that? My favourite spam email is someone asking about PhD opportunities and they forget to take out the insert, the square bracket. Oh, that's so many times that happens. It's like, "Hello, square brackets, creator name. Your videos are really inspiring in the square brackets, insert niche." And you're like, God, you can't even spam well. Come on, try harder. A pool. Yeah, but even the pool for certain things. What about koi? Yeah, koi. Um, I've been thinking about getting koi for my pond. I have quite a big pond, but even then, I look at it and I go, a fully grown koi in there, just massive. Don't most Amazon fish live in like a 3 foot square? I don't know about most, but yes, some of them definitely do, and that's what I mean about them. The argument for some fish saying, "Well, these fish live in a river that has 1 million liters of water in it." Yeah, I'm like, yeah, but they live in a 3 foot square section of it and never move from under that tree root. They just wait for things to come past and eat it. Some do a lot more than that, but the ones that don't have massive territories, the large body of water thing is more about water quality than it is about territory. It's not, they're not going on massive migrations and doing scouting missions all over the place and that kind of stuff. Um, that's why I say I thought bass is probably the bad thing, because I think they do have quite large territories. But yeah, so you should be keeping nanos and make exactly. And while that would be cool, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep for so long, ever since I first saw my very first killed berry bass. No, it was it's one of the really enormous ones. God, forgotten the name of it, and now I'm not going to speak until I remember it. Timensis, a Timensis bass. First time I saw one of them, I was like, "That's what I'm building Mega Tank for. I want to keep something like that. That's really cool." Hello, dear Graham. Yeah, this is the email that you get so often. Hello, dear Graham. We have reviewed your Square Brackets channel, and we are very impressed with your Square Brackets adjective. Yeah, daily. There's like 2 or 3 of them daily. Sincerely, Shoe Company, who wants this. It's the ones that put at the end, "We think you're such a good fit for our brand. Please look at some of our products." And you look at their products, and you're like, and in what way do you think my channel's going to be able to sell women's personal hygiene products? It's because you think I'm a fanny? I don't. What? How is that working? So I have had this thought about, you see the big YouTubers doing the "I said yes to every offer." Just the weird and wonderful things that I would get if I said yes to every sponsorship deal, just to see if it would make a fun video. Because some of the things that I've been offered in the past, anything from like, and it's not that it's such a bad thing that it'd be cool to be sponsored, but some that I've had e-bikes. No, e-scooters was the one that was like, "Oh, we really think this will work with you," and it was an e-scooter. And I'm like, "Have you seen me? Do I look like someone that's going around scootering?" But if I just tried to, if I said yes to every offer for like a month, and then tried to make that product fit in with my normal style of video, so it'd be like me e-scooting in between my tanks, or me e-scooting up and down the garden talking about my pond, going wee. Woo. I don't know. Is that just? It's probably a silly video. I should stop thinking about that. Radders, evening everyone. Normally I get home when this has ended, but it's good to see you a bit live. Nice to see you a bit too. Graham, quick question. Have your Shelleys produced fry yet? No. Well, that's not true. Yes, but then I moved them. So when they were in the old tank, there was one pair and they had some fry, and some of the other ones came along and killed them all. I was a bit like, oh. And then when I moved them into the tank they're in now, one pair went around and killed all the other fish. So I've now only got 2 Shelleys. I think I've only got 2. I mean, I've said this so many times in the past, and then one day I'll just pop up and there'll be like 6 of them there. I'm like, oh. But I think that 2 of them have gone a bit rogue and killed all the other ones. And they have been making pits and homes and moving shells around and redecorating. I think they're getting ready to produce some fry now as well. But I just wish they hadn't killed all the other ones to get to that point. Uh, 7 o'clock for an apple gal, busy all evening after work in the garden. Ah, not bad. Ready for the Eliminator? Let's put up the Eliminator then. Now remember, this has changed slightly as well, so those of you who are hero members will get an extra life, which means everyone gets to keep playing even after you're out. Oh god, that's pressed the wrong button. But even though you get to keep playing, obviously, you have to stay in. Copy link address, so this means more admin for me because I have to keep track of everything. Hard for me. There's the link in chat for those of you that want to be eliminated. Fish Vet is in. Nice to see you. Welcome back. Fish Vet is in a good mood, I imagine. He's been out for a celebratory evening. It's like there's a lion upstairs. There's some kind of roar. Thousands of nanofish in Megatank would be epic, yes. Robert Kerr, that's my dad. Your gran says, hello, dear. She does say hello, dear. Papa Kerr. Yeah, don't think he likes that. I want that video. Graham tries it. Yeah. Maybe they think you're a douche. I think they might. Did they not offer you a dress? I've had dresses. I've had children's clothing. Was the we were trying to launch our new toddler clothing range. Like, okay. Ryan the fish thinks he's getting food every time you use your hands. Any blueberry? I've not got any blueberries, but I do have some pellets. Because his lights aren't usually on at this time, he's a bit like, oh, am I getting food? So, as I was talking about earlier with the gravel, ooh, that is the size of pellet that he eats happily. He'll eat like 2 or 3 of them at once. So, I don't think gravel's going to give any great problem to him. Oh, totally missed the hole. There you go. That is the link to the Eliminator. Graham goes red when he reads naughty, and it's just very hot in here, that's all. Oh, hello, Ebrin. Hello. Who has just subscribed? Right, quick reminder as we go on to the Eliminator. Let's get it all set up again. For those of you who like to scan. And we've got 12 of you in at the moment. But if you are... if you are Nancy B, Boots and Cats, Matt, Adam, The Great Ocean Disaster, Angela, Zen Ginger, Daniel, or Mickey, you get an extra life. So if you go out, you just have to say, I'm claiming my extra life, and I will. I think only Mandy and Angela are here tonight. Oh, and Adam, yeah. Don't think we've seen Nancy B or Rachel or any of the others. So possibly 3 of you get an extra life. If we get all the way through the 10 questions and there's more than one of you, we're going to do a decider. We're going to do an eliminator. I said we were going to do this at past and it's now 1:45, so let's get on with it, as they say. Good luck, 10 questions, get them all right, win a prize. Question number 1. Bitcoin, XRP and Ethereum are all what? Cryptocurrencies, really excellent investment opportunities, popular live streams, or favoured by Russian scammers? Everybody's gone for cryptocurrencies, but in fact they were all true. All of the above would have got you a point. Question number 2. Canine, incisor, molar, all types of what? My great-grandson, who's 3, so happy. Him and his sister, 4, just love Brian. I'll need to do some new shorts with feeding Brian. Oh, what's happened? We have one person gone for trees. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's teeth. Obviously. Oh, that was Applegal. Sorry. I didn't mean to laugh at you. The gif is mildly this. It is a bit, isn't it? We've got far too many teeth. Question number 3. Say what you see. This is a typing question. You have time. I've got a bit longer to type in the answer. Say what you see. Now, someone has come up with an answer that isn't the answer, but it's so clever that it kind of works. I might just give you it. Hang on. The answer was apple pie, obviously. But somebody wrote pineapple. So I'm giving you pineapple because it's pie in apple. Pineapple. 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 Whoever wrote pie, half a point. You're not getting it. That's Rebecca. Sorry, Rebecca. Needs to sleep. So I've done you a favour by letting you out. Well done. For everyone else, we crack on. It's not Fish, Zenny, Lamoy, Collins, Stevie P, Mona Lee, Angela, Error 404, Mal, Hopi Witchy Poo, Grammy Gourmet, and Texas Tom. Question number 4. What type of code, consisting of only ones and zeros, is pictured here? What do you call that? What do you call that code? Again, you get some time. It's binary code. Ones and zeros is binary. So Unicode, computer code. I mean, technically it is computer code, but I was going for binary. Notifish, Zenny, Lemoy, Colin, Stevie, Angela, Error, Mal, Garami Gourmet, and Texas Tom still in. Have any of our members been kicked out yet? I think we're all still in, aren't we? Zenny, Garami, Gourmet, and EP, I think. Yep, we're all still in. Question number 5. What feature film franchise features this frightening foe? Lots of F's in this one. Is it Mad Max, Harry Potter, Star Wars, or Lord of the Rings? What feature film franchise features this frightening foe? 3 people said Mad Max. 8 people were correct. It is indeed Star Wars. Oh, I think we're playing some lifelines on this one. So Zen Ginger gets a lifeline. Grammy Gourmet is still in, so you don't get your lifeline yet. Hang on. That's the wrong spreadsheet. Hang on. Adam is Grammy Gourmet. He's still in. Mandy is using her lifeline, and I think that's it. Is that it? Angela hasn't used her lifeline yet. She's still in. Question 7. Will I get a 7? 6 even. Will I get a refreshment? Stainless steel must be comprised of at least 11% what in order to receive the stainless designation? Is it adamantium, chromium, titanium, or a vanadium? Most of you thought it was chromium. It was indeed chromium. So we've got Nautifish, Colin, Stephen, Mal, Grammy Gourmet, and Texas Tom. So Angela's on her lifeline. And Mandy, did you get that one right? I'm going to say this is where I have to do technical admin here and see who got it right. Zany McGinger has answered 6 and 4 of them correctly. So Mandy is out, I think. I can rely on her being honest. Yep. Well, that lasted 12 seconds. Okay, so we've got one on a lifeline, one still with a lifeline, and everyone else still in. Question number 7. What is the total number of dots on a pair of dice? 40, 42, 44, or 46? Total amount of dots on a pair of dice. Four for 42, 3 for 44, 2 for 46. The answer is 42. Okay. Angela timed out again. Maths is hard. Yeah, I get it. Right, so we've got Mal, Grammy Gourmet, and Texas Tom, and you've made a very good point there, Adam. I just need to check at the end that members just need 9 right when it's over. We'll do that, right? So, 3 questions left. Mal, Grammy Gourmet, and Texas Tom still in. Question number 8. In which of these Shakespeare plays does the ghost of the title character's father appear to him? Hamlet, King Lear, Othello, or Titus Andronicus? Hamlet, King Lear, Othello, or Titus Andronicus? What is a cigar? Cigar named after a play. Hamlet was the most requested answer and also the correct answer. Is everyone still in? Mal and Grammy Gourmet, we've lost Tommy. So, Grammy Gourmet, if you get this one right, you've in theory won because you'll have your lifeline anyway. Mal, you're just doing this like raw dog in the quiz. Well done. Penultimate question, question number 9. Good luck. Which of these pasta shapes translates to corkscrew? Is it cannelloni, capellini, cavatappi, or conchigili? I don't know how to say that last one. Conchigili. Conchigili? Conchigili. Conchigili. I don't know. D. Which of these pasta shapes translates to corkscrew? Capellini being the most popular answer, but it was in fact cavatappi. Grammy Gourmet is in and has won the quiz on question 9. Let's see if you can do the clean sweep anyway. Question number 10. Who is the only US president with a PhD? Barack Obama, Woodrow Wilson, James Madison, or Franklin D. Roosevelt? It was Woodrow Wilson in 1886 from Johns Hopkins University. There you go. Your winners are Grammy Gourmet with 11 points out of the 10 questions. You're deserving of a prize. Deserving of a prize. That's all I can say. You've done very well there. I didn't think that was that easy. I thought we would have a chance, but yeah, there you go. We can still pick. I see multiple. Yeah, so we're changing it now because we're giving hero members get an extra free life on the survivor, which means I need to let everyone have the ability to answer. So as if you're out, you still get a chance to answer. So by the time we get to the end, anybody who's got a hero membership that's got 9 out of 10 correct is technically a winner. But Grammy Gourmet Adam didn't even need his hero membership. Should give you some kind of refund. Nah, that'd be silly. What am I thinking? So prepare for some tat to head your way the next 3 to 4 months. Well done. So, an actual winner. We don't get actual winners all that often on the Eliminator. The best, some say the best and hardest quiz on FishTube. Okay, I say that. It's just me. So, now that you've had some time to think about it, Have you had any chance to think about let me load it up, the local fish store finder, which you can find on my aquariumadventures.co.uk website, which needs some love. Let's be honest. If I was to think about updating this, so one of the things I've been thinking about is at the moment it just shows these as default because these are the last ones that or the first ones that I updated at the time. So it's always going to show these first, which I think is a bit unfair. Now, it just so happens these are some of my favourite ones, but that does seem a bit unfair. So I need to think of a way to rotate these so as it shows shops from around the country, maybe. Or one of the things I was thinking about was visiting some shops and doing like a featured section. And not just me, it could be anyone that makes videos that visits shops. We could do a feature section and then link to the person's YouTube video of that shop tour and change it fairly regularly, like every few weeks. Whenever someone releases a new shop tour of a new shop, we'll feature it here. Or to pay for some of this, offering featured spots. So as if you're a fish shop, you can pay a little bit of something to be featured on the homepage rather than it just being these 6 shops all the time. So there's that. There's the would you like to see a version of this that included fish clubs, because that seems to be something that people don't get. Fish clubs / events, like auctions and things like that. So it's a central place where you can get that kind of thing. Or an other thing. So I think we're trying to do a good thing here. How can we make it actually good? So yeah, there's a thing there. That's not a local fish store. That's just Fluval's offices. I should probably change that. So there you go. I know not everybody has Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and a lot of these places list. But if it's a shop, they list all the stuff that they're doing on Facebook. So there's a way we could possibly link these in, so you could have your Facebook feed shown here. So as if you are a shop, rather than having to rely on me to update this, it'll just drag in your latest Facebook posts and things like that. We could probably do that. Oh, wrong page. But I think the next evolution of this might be the clubs. Clubs and events. That should be a fairly easy thing to do and seems to be something that people are interested in and want to have. What do you think? This is where I'm using my live stream to ask you questions rather than the other way around. Has anybody got any particular thoughts on this, one way or t'other? Stupid quizzes you and Andrew have concocted. Damned by faint praise, thank you. At least I did better on the Eliminator than in a normal quiz. Good. Something a bit different. Do the head-to-head questions until he goes. What? Just keep asking him questions. I haven't got any more prepared, so it would take a while. The LFS I go to only has a Facebook kind of sorta. Ashington, okay. Baby Cakes Hunt has just subscribed. Hello, Baby Cakes Hunt. Thank you. I have to run out and pick up something to eat. thank you for putting the quizzes together. You don't need to send me anything. Well, I mean, I won't for some time. I tend to do quarterly updates to the prizes, so it will be a while. But you won fair and square, so you get a thing. Apple Creek XG ranked up church fans. I can't find any clubs around me. They all seem to have gone put exactly, and a lot of people do say that to me. That like, oh, I live in Preston, and I wish there was a local club to me. And I'm like, Preston's got one of the biggest clubs in the country, so it does seem to be a problem, and maybe we could fix it. And it'll be a bit easier with clubs because there aren't. So I found 2,000 fish shops in the UK. There's not going to be 2,000 clubs, so that should be an easier thing to compile and put together. No real fish shops near me. I think you're doing great just trying to compile a list for everyone. And that's what it is, really. An idea for the big boxes under the map might be to have the 6 nearest the fish shops to the user's location. There is a way to do that, but it also relies on the user giving up their location, which means they have to click cookie. It becomes a technical and GDPR nightmare to get that to show that. So the user has to be comfortable sharing their location before I can tell them what's near them. So the only way that really works at the moment is on the map. So this is a bit confusing as well. So I've split it out into categories that some local fish stores and public aquariums, because I thought I quite like the fact that public aquariums are on there so you can find them. But anyway, this is a search box on the left that is if you know the name of it. So if you think it's called tropical something, or is it the tropic something? You can put in a bit of the name and it should find all those matches, or in your location. So you just search by location, it'll show everything. So for instance, Glasgow. Search results for everything near Glasgow. So it'll find everything it can find near Glasgow. Although it's not showing a map there. It should show a map. Why is it not showing a map? But anyway, that's as close as I could get to that. Because if you don't, you have to ask permission from the person, and that seems to put a lot of people off. But the first thing you're hit with a website is, can I see where you are? You're like, no, fuck off. Hello from Kansas, US. Hello, Alan Bruner from Kansas, US. Nice to see you. I was on Razzmatazz in the 80s next to the witches from Doctor and the Medics. What? Have I missed part of a conversation? Add Kansas. I will add Kansas to the stream followers map. Live stream viewers. Yep, let's go in there. Edit it. Add a place. No place like home. No place like home. Kansas, USA. No. Quite a few of the good old US of A. Still precious few Afghanistani people or Mongolians. Not one single Russian, considering how many Russians try to hack my channel. Not one of them has come onto the live stream to say hello. The hackers have pitched his map. They've not, but they've also not shown themselves up. Oh, somebody's. What's this? Oh, that's my daughter. My daughter in my house. Let's not zoom in too close. I don't want to dox myself. I have to head to Canadian Tire before they close. Okay, tell them how to spell tire properly while you're there. But nice to see you. Why is that not? There you go. Big face. That's what we want. Right, we've reached that. Oh, we're already past that moment. It is 10 past 11 almost. I'm sure there's other people you could be going and watching and doing things. I will do one last little bit of shilling. You want 10% off a lovely mug like this, or glass like this, head to Etsy, head to aquariumadventure.co.uk, head to Spreadshirt, head to any of my places where you can buy all my quality apparel. You'll get 10% off for the next couple of days. Well, in fact, today and tomorrow. And then it's back to full price. Look, see what he's done. Kicked up all that crap. Stop it. If you don't want to buy anything and you want to become a member and get extra boosts in the quiz, you can become a member. Do I ship to the US? I do ship to the US if you go to my Etsy store. The link to which I can't find right now. Hang on. How do I share my marketing? Share. There you go. QueenAdventures.etsy.com. You can buy almost all my merch off there as well, and that ships to the US. I think it's free shipping as well. I'm not entirely sure. Results may vary. Can we not have 20% off tomorrow only? No. Use code Brian. Brian eats late. It looks like Brian eats late. I'm going to feed him some tiles. But yes, you get 10% off today and tomorrow, and then we're back to full price. It's all good. Mary's back with a street flood update. The street is flooded. Guess they've got to shut off the water before filling the pipes. I don't see any poops, but the pipes are for the sewage plant across the street. Yes, I have a friend who bought a house unsuspectingly next to a water treatment plant. That each time they went to view the house, it was when the plant wasn't running, but every other day they run the plant, and it's like an eye-watering stench. It's like, oh, lovely house. Oh. But yes, so shell, watch a video, buy a thing, all the good stuff. I'm going to insert an ad. It's been screaming at me for ages to insert an ad. I don't know if it'll actually work or not. But I would love it if you joined as a member. You'd not only get free points in the quiz or extra lives, it also has that warm, fuzzy feeling of knowing that you've done something for a humble little creator. Etsy didn't have what I wanted. I ordered from the UK and used a shipping proxy. Ooh. I mean, if there's something you really want, just get in touch. I'll find a way to get it to you. If Etsy doesn't have what you want and it's something that I can make or provide, just send me an email. My email address should be on screen. No, it isn't. Can we do that? Come on, Graham. you have the power and the ability. There you go. Hop onto the Discord server, send me a message, or just send me an email, and we'll sort something out. Because really, this channel is operating on the generosity of all you lot. Either watching my videos, buying my stuff. So even the couple of quid that I get, if you buy a t-shirt or a mug or a whatever, or food, plants, whatever it is, that's a couple of quid that goes into me being able to keep the lights on, keep filters running, and do all these things one more time. One next to mine smells like Christmas dinner unboxing unboxing day. Okay. I know I get a warm, happy feeling when I turn. Okay. I sent you an email. Something was. Oh dear, that's not good. I shall look into that for you. I have seen your email. Ah, right. You received the clock, but the hoodie is nowhere to be found. The hoodie is sent separately. So I will chase up with Phil. Phil, if you're watching this, Phil from Elite Logos for you. He sends that out direct. So he prints the embroidery and all that and sends it out. So I will chase up with Phil. It sometimes can take a couple of weeks because he kind of does it as a favour for me, which is annoying sometimes because it does take a little bit longer and people do get upset about that. I've had a few people that have been ranting at your email's perfectly fine. Let's not go there. But I've had a few people going, I ordered this 3 days ago and it's still not here. And I'm like, it does say on the listing on the website that it can take a couple of weeks. So it can take a bit longer, but I will chase that up and see if it is. At the same time as I ordered your hoodie, I ordered a bunch of stickers for myself, and they haven't turned up either. So I think he's just not got around to us yet. But I will give him a gentle nudge. If you see this, Phil, nudge. If not, I will send him a message. Right, are we about done? Anybody, last chance for any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to bid you adieu and thank you very much for your continued patronage and all that good stuff. I got a towel once for a prize that by the time it came, I forgot what I had won. I mean, I've been very open that my delivery times for prizes are very slow. It does take a while. You have to remember, I have a proper job, I have a family, and all these other things. There's only so many hours in the day. It takes a while to get around to it. We used to sleep on the porch in summer. We didn't have AC, but in August, the windows had to be shut. Times changed, the plants updated, pipes were 50 years ago, a new town tying into. Yeah, sewage is not a nice smell. I've always fancied being a plumber until it comes to dealing with the sewer side of plumbing. I've been like, makes me gip just thinking about it. I don't think it's good for me. Right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Back to work for me next week. So that's not fun to think about. Your food came in 24 hours, to be fair. Yeah, orders on the website that I control, things that I have, like all the merch except for the embroidered stuff. I'm kind of in control of. So that should come quickly. All the food, all the other merch, all the plants, all that should come like 1 day, 2 days, something like that. But yes, the embroidered merch, that does take a little bit longer. Right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope you get up to some fishy fun and have some restful rest. And we'll see you next week. I'm now just talking until I find the screen and the button that says press end. And there we go. Bye.